Hey there, I recently reviewed the new Sony WF-1000XM6 and Samsung Galaxy 4 Pro earbuds and was impressed with both of them. But once that happened, some CNET readers and YouTube viewers, most of them Android users in fact, wanted to know which of the two I thought were better. Well, let's jump right in and talk about that. This is All Things Mobile. Eventually we'll see some discounts, but when it comes to list prices, the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are $80 cheaper at $250 than the $330 Sony XM6s. That's a pretty significant savings. You could make an argument that the XM6s have a slight edge as far as build quality goes, but the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro's case is more compact and the Buds have a higher IP57 water resistance rating, which means they're dust-proof and can be fully submerged in 3 feet of water for up to 30 minutes. That compares to Sony's IPX4 splash-proof rating. Ultimately, their designs are quite different. The Samsungs have stems like the AirPods, the Sonys don't. Both ended up fitting my ears well, though I had a problem with the Sony's ear tips, which are made out of firm foam and are the same tips that are included with the XM5s. Some people like them, but I had trouble getting a tight seal, which impacted both noise canceling performance and sound quality. I test a lot of earbuds and have a variety of spare ear tips, so it wasn't a big deal for me to swap in wider, rounder silicone tips that fit my ears better. However, I'd be pretty annoyed if I paid all that money for the Buds only to find out that I had to go out and buy a new set of ear tips for them. I didn't have an issue with the Buds 4 Pro's tips other than the fact that they're proprietary. That's a problem if you don't get a perfect fit because you can't swap in any old tips like I did with the Sonys. Only third-party tips that are designed for the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro or Buds 4 Pro will work, but you can find some decent alternatives online. The XM6's touch controls work well, but I gotta say I like the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro's pinch controls and swipe controls for volume adjustment slightly better. The Buds 4 Pro also have voice controls built into them, and that's kind of an underrated feature. All things considered, I think the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are a safer pick in terms of design and fit, and they should be compatible with a wider range of ears. I should also note that they fit my ears a tad more securely and comfortably than the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Though they have the same ear tips, the Buds themselves are shaped slightly differently. The two areas where I think the Buds are pretty equal are features and voice calling performance. They both have a spatial audio feature for Android users, and both have a conversation awareness mode that kicks in when you start to talk to someone and temporarily lowers the volume of your music and switches from noise canceling mode to ambient mode so you can have a conversation with the Buds in your ears. The XM6s use Bluetooth 5.3 while the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are equipped with Bluetooth 6.1. Both support LE audio and Auracast so you can tap into public Auracast broadcasts, and both have equalizer settings in the app and low latency gaming settings. Where they differ is with Bluetooth Multipoint, which allows you to pair the Buds with 2 devices simultaneously. The XM6s have that feature while the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro don't. However, the Buds 4 Pro auto switch between all your Galaxy devices, which is what the AirPods do with any Apple device on your iCloud account. The AirPods models don't have multi-point Bluetooth either, and the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are essentially AirPods Pro 3 for Galaxy users. By the way, both the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro and Sony XM6s work just fine with iPhones and Apple devices, but some of their features, including spatial audio, are Android only. Also, Sony's LDAC audio codec isn't compatible with Apple devices, and neither is Samsung's seamless codec, which is supported only by more recent Galaxy devices. I personally think these so-called high-resolution audio codecs, which also include aptX lossless, only make a minor difference at best or none at all compared to the AAC codec that's more universally supported, but feel free to disagree with me in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to voice calling performance. It's excellent for both earbuds. With both earbuds, callers said they could hear me relatively clearly with only a limited amount of digital artifacting, even in very noisy environments like the streets of New York City. All right, I'm in the streets here doing a test call with fellow editor Josh Goldman. Josh, it's a cold day out here. Bit of a traffic jam behind me. Snow still on the streets. How do I sound overall?
You sound great. If there's stuff going on in the background, I certainly wouldn't know it from my end.
I'm in the streets of New York City. It's raining, it's cold, it's windy. I'm actually standing under an awning, talking to fellow editor Josh Goldman. Josh, how do I sound overall? There's a lot of traffic behind me. Again, quite a bit of wind. A little bit of a storm here.
I wouldn't know you're on the streets of the city at all if I were talking to you. Well, I am talking to you. I don't hear a single thing behind you. And other than a little digital hiss when you're talking, it's basically silent.
All right, thanks a lot.
Sony has improved its transparency mode so it sounds more natural, but I think Samsung's is slightly better and right there with Apple's transparency mode, which has been the gold standard for a while. While Samsung's adaptive noise canceling has improved from the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro and is fairly impressive, it's not quite at the same level as Sony's noise canceling, which is the best out there along with Apple's and Bose's. You may not agree with me if you don't get a tight seal from those Sony ear tips, but if you do get a tight seal, the XM6's noise muffling abilities are really good and the ANC just works a little better than the Samsung's, particularly with mid and high range frequencies. Both of these earbuds feature excellent sound with upgraded drivers. I personally feel the Sony's sound a touch more accurate and natural and just have a little bit better tonal quality. I give them a slight advantage for sound, but the Buds 4 Pro are quite competitive, and both their bass performance and overall clarity has improved from the Buds 3 Pro, and they're definitely top tier for sound. All that said, sound is very personal, and of course you may feel differently, but I'm just telling you how I feel. So there you have it. If we go to the scorecard, the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro win on price and design, while the XM6s have a slight edge for sound and noise canceling. I'd say it's a toss-up for voice calling performance and features, although the Buds 4 Pro do have some added appeal to Samsung users who get a few Galaxy-only features like auto-switching between Galaxy devices. Due to their slightly superior sound, noise canceling, and battery life, I have the XM6s rated a tad higher on CNET than the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. They're slightly better overall in my opinion, but the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro are arguably the safer pick due to their design and a better value at their lower price. Alas, when it comes to earbuds, what's best is ultimately what fits your ears, but let me know what you think. What do you guys value most? Is it sound quality, fit, ANC, voice calling performance, or do you want it all and are willing to pay for it? I'm David Carnoy for CNET. Thanks for watching.